not changing, just gotta get it done now or.
Hey, the basement.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Right now.
Smart for that, could say, right?
Really?
But that's for now, I thought I'll let us in.
Make a motion, we call this meeting to order and get going. All approved? Aye.
Sounds like you can run this. Stuff. Which is what we need. 6:03. Call her order. Public comment? No? No? No one? Okay. How's the minutes? Let's check those and then do we need to do anything to them other than approve them? Motion approved. Second? Second. All in favor? Anyone opposed? How about the treasurer's report?
Page 7 is our running balance. Current balance of the account is $219,061.21. And then budget versus spend. Going on page 9. I've updated that with our most recent spend. I also edited the top to show band sponsorship at the top, and we have $600 that came in. I do see that I have an error at the bottom, that I need to adjust that to 3,200 over instead of 2,200 for the bands at the bottom. And this is our current spend. And that goes through page 10. At the bottom, there was some questions that we resolved already, and I put what the resolution was. Any questions?
Motion to approve with the 3,200 on the bottom for the new budget number.
Second?
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Summerfest. Michael?
Yep. So everybody knows, I did attend the LBCA meeting a couple weeks ago, and we have came up with the approval of the city council and to move the pancake breakfast from the top of the hill down to the bottom of the hill, where we could put the tent and all parties could use the tent, the pancake breakfast, the DDA, the whole 9 yards, as long as it's approved by us here as well. We're also looking at setting up a group for bands and things like that to go out there, a committee to help with all this. There's a lot of things that we want to do. As everybody knows, the LBCA is for the community. The DDA is for the downtown. So in my regards, it's all for like trying to get everything going. With the LBCA, we had a little discussion about where the money's gonna go to for this. I believe that if it's the pancake breakfast, LBCA has always done it, it goes to the pancake breakfast. We're gonna have the tent, use the tent anyways for the entertainment tent, whatever we do, and I thought it would be a good gesture on our part to let the LBCA use it without charging them anything, since we want to use it anyways. Put it right down at the bottom of the hill. We have the pillars, if we can use them. to secure down the tent and make everything more accessible for Langsford. And if everything goes right, we would shut the street down probably on Thursday afternoon and probably keep it closed till probably Sunday. That way we can make sure we have things set up. We can utilize it Friday if we want to have band. We utilize it Saturday during all day, pancake breakfast, and Saturday evening for bands. But we just need the okay to be able to, if everybody agrees to this, and we can work on more of the logistics down the road. But I just feel that's a good thing for Langsburg, and that's what we're all here for, is to get the word out, for people to come into Langsburg. Right now, if I'm thinking correctly, we already have Global Village and the kids that played from last year. They're agreed to play again this year, but I feel that we need to secure another well-known band to bring a lot of outside people to the town to make this a huge success. And that's gonna be something that we're gonna have to do through the committee to figure out what kind of band we can get, so on and so forth. It's, to get a good band, you're probably looking at anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000, $2,000 to $4,000 for a good band. But it would draw in a lot of other people.
That would play one of those nights.
Yes. Yes, we already looked at getting Star Farm, they're booked. That was gonna be $4,000 if we can get them, but that would bring people in from all over the area and just making it a huge, big event. I still say we look at keeping it the LBCA Pancake Breakfast, then we look at maybe changing the name, the LBCA DDA Street Party. Something along those lines, just to spice it up a little bit. To give a little bit more out there for the people to see, advertise it as quickly as we get everything done. Let's start advertising it, getting it out there. Maybe if the funds are there, maybe we advertise it on the radio too for somebody, or maybe we have the radio come out. Something like that to get Langsford, where people will come out here that probably has never even been to the town before, just to take a look.
So just so you guys know, Star Farm is always booked. I have a standing thing the same weekend that we have a pancake. It's always the last Friday in Saugatuck. And it was $4,000 plus we'd have to have a stage and a sound person. So it probably would have been, he said, more than $4,000.
So what I really would like is to get the approval to move, allowing the LBCA to come down at the bottom of the hill, let them use the tent for their pancake breakfast. They would receive the benefits from the pancake breakfast, and then everything else will be just done the way it always has been. Because the bottom line is, we're trying to make Langsford good.
So where would your thought be to set the grills and that stuff up? Would you?
Right there by Don's shop. Right along at the end of Roosevelt Row. Is
Okay.
what I would suggest, maybe a little bit farther in this way, making sure that we have enough room for the tent. With those crosswalk that comes out right there, the two.
So the tent, you think would be the same size as the one we use?
We can get any size tent that you want. Last year was a 40 by 80. We could go with a 40 by 100 for like $200 or $300 more.
So they're not gonna drill the street or anything and make that so that it's a place to put in. Like Buddy's does it for the
No,
Michigan State game, and they drilled the parking lot,
No.
and it's always, so this will they be able to set up with those blocks of concrete to
Yes.
hold the tent?
Yes, I've already talked to the people, and what they do, they just do, instead of putting in the stakes, they just tie them off to those concrete blocks. I told them they're big barricades,
Right.
and you're not just gonna go out and pull them out. Probably more than, putting the stakes into the ground. And they would just set it up just like they normally would. Secure off the corners. The one in the middle stays, and all the other ones, they just secure down to the blocks itself. Now, that's gonna require more work on our DPW. It's gonna also require that we get the okay from the city and the council to be able to do this. But to me, it's a no-brainer.
So you're gonna need electric there.
Already got a generator.
Okay, so that they can mix their paint.
We don't, no businesses or anything would have to use their electricity or anything.
Okay,
I've already got a generator set up that they'll bring it in. Sunbelt already volunteered. They bring in a big generator to be able to generate enough power for more than what we need. So we wouldn't have to worry about any of that either. We
where
don't,
would we put that so that the sound,
over on the side, kind of where the carnival does.
Yeah.
And we just run the cords from there up over to where we want it. And could probably also get the covers to where you don't have the cords sitting out where they go underneath so you can walk over or ride a bike over or wheelchair over the whole 9 yards.
the other thought that I had was, up here. You have parking kind of
Mhm.
down there for older people, I'm talking, anybody else can walk. But older people come to the pancake breakfast, they usually have that set up so that they can get them underneath the tent, which now they'll have that anyway. Where would you park?
Roosevelt Road, dedicated for handicap parking only.
Okay,
And then you use behind the bars and that for that and all the way down the side street and up. Doesn't mean they still can't park up top and walk down the hill, because we're gonna reverse pancake breakfast at the bottom, car show at the top. And then when they're done, because we also do a conjunction with like the American Legion, they could just go, rather than having to go around, they can just now leave from there, drive right out there. They won't have to go around town. So my suggestion with the handicap was just designate Roosevelt Road as handicap parking.
keep it that way.
And
so
keep it that way for
all-
yeah,
Then that way
keep it for
people
the
have a
whole thing, or just do it for pancake breakfast.
close location. Good.
And then we donate the tent to the breakfast, so that way if the weather is bad or anything, they've got it to you. We're gonna purchase it anyway, so why not let everybody get the benefit of it? That's my thought on the whole thing. Yeah, it's for everybody.
Do you think you need to have a budget approved for?
Well-
So that when you do get the committee meetings, you know what?
Does that put us into the next budget year?
It is in the next budget.
27 one. What should we
Yeah,
get?
when the
26?
actual effect,
27.
yeah.
So I do know that he hasn't actually secured the date. he put it out to the bands, but they're gonna need a deposit, and I know we don't meet.
That's what I'm
December.
saying.
So I do
Well,
feel like
The
we need to do
committee needs to be
something.
able to do all the things they need to do without coming back here every month to get.
We're not having a meeting next month.
Right.
Is there a committee yet?
That's what that was
Yeah.
gonna be my next thing. I have on the committee so far. Gail said she would do it. Greg said he would do it. Gail's daughter Brianna said she would do it. Jen West said she would do it. Yep. And so anybody else, so trying to get as
More
many
communities.
DDA as LBCA, so we all can agree to the same thing. And I think we're all getting to the time right now, we're all agreeing to it. It's for Lanesboro. You know, LBCA
If
is
you can
community.
get someone from the Legion
We could do that too,
to
yeah.
add to it just for, input and thoughts and whatever, especially because if someone's on it, then there's someone at least knows what's going on. And it isn't like, oh, you did this and, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I think that's a super solid.
In
group of
my
people.
thought, the way we went at it last year, and I knew it wasn't gonna be very good, just for doing it from years past, it was put together very quickly.
Yeah,
We did not advertise, we didn't have the time to advertise because we put together. But for the little bit of time that we did, it was good. I thought it was really good. Yes, we lost money, but I lost money on the beer tent and the tent
Yeah.
down there before too. You're dealing with a lot of
Building it.
different things, but I think now if we get this rolling and we get advertising by no later than March. That gives us March, April, May, and June and July to really put it out there so people can mark their calendars. Hey, they got this going down there. They got these bands, they got the pancake breakfast, they got all these other activities going on down there. That way everybody knows. Kind of like running a big carnival. and
no, I
everybody
think
wants
you're
to come to
totally
it. But we just need to make sure that everybody's okay with us still getting the tent, letting the LBCA use it for the pancake breakfast and the whole other thing. Also, we gotta get, like I said, we gotta get the approval from the city. to allow us to be able to shut down that street for so long and put that tent there. And the DPW, because that's gonna be a lot of work on them. You know, having to go there and set all those blocks and everything up for everybody. It'll cut back on, well, we still get the same amount of tables, but we still got the tables for all over the city. We can set out there too. And put out there for even more seating. And so on and so forth.
When do you put the blocks out for in front of the bar?
May, end of May.
Would you use those that are there and move them just in position? Or would you leave those?
Those would stay, we bring new ones in. Those would stay, you wouldn't wanna move them?
No.
To use them to tie down the tent though, the ones that are there?
If they can, if that's where the tent's going.
Yeah.
We would bring.
Absolutely, yeah. But this is just right now in the planning stages, but we need the okay. That
Start.
everybody's is okay with the LBCA using that tent. And we get everything, you know, and let them continue with their pancake breakfast and, but it is theirs. But it's actually helping the community out because now people will know pancake breakfast under the tent. Nobody has to worry about the weather, if it's cold, if it's rainy, whatever, you
Do
know?
we need to vote on that?
I would say yes.
I'll make a motion that we agree to share the tent with the LBCA.
Support.
All in favor? No opposed? Now, do you think we need to set a budget now or wait?
Probably have a committee that put together.
I was gonna say, what, don't you guys, if you're gonna meet next or January, these guys won't be meeting until the end of January. So then maybe you could come back and say, hey, it's looking, maybe you could get some rough numbers. And
Well, what I was actually thinking about doing is setting it up sometime in December, like during the week. When everybody could get together, the ones who could, and kind of go through a preliminary as to what we want to do and then set up another one. That would give us enough time to check on bands to see how much it's gonna cost, then take it back to the committee, say this is what we're looking at. And then we can go from there, and hopefully by the end of January, we can have everybody lined up. Get the checks that we need, get the okay, get the checks and go from there.
Okay, so then,
But I didn't want to set up a meeting until we had this to make sure that everybody was okay with sharing the tent with the LBCA.
and city will meet in December anyway, right? No,
Tuesday.
next month, or, yeah, next week.
Do I need to show up for that? You'll take care of it, thank you.
I mean, if we vote on it and send it the same, right?
Well, I think we need to approve some money for the band deposit.
If we're gonna secure this spot, they're not gonna keep it open, especially because the first time we could get a deposit or a check to it will be January because we don't have it in December. So
Right.
could we at least do up to $1,000
Yeah,
to secure that spot?
I'm
$1,000.
on the same page, but
$1,000 for one band deposit? For,
are we only,
Go ahead.
so are we only gonna secure one band right now?
That's all we really have to secure, to be honest.
Okay,
Because by the time we get through with finding out the other bands and if they're available, it's gonna take us a little bit of time to do that. And I would hope,
But if we set a minor budget right
Yeah.
now.
that's
make
fine.
a
You could-
motion
Yeah,
that we set a budget for $2,000 for band deposits.
Can I raise that to 3 if needed?
But she said that was deposit.
I'm just-
No, I'm just saying,
Okay.
$3,000 for band deposit, because
Well,
if we
we
get
spent
some other.
3,200 total last year.
Right, I'm just saying that if we get a band and they need a deposit and they're a little bit more expensive, what is their deposit get them?
I think we need to talk about what's a little more expensive and
That-
what,
that's why
I think
we're-
we need to talk about really what is the highest that we would be willing to pay for a band. I mean, to me, like, based on last year, 2,000 seems pretty generous for deposits. But if we're because we spent 3,200. And I can't imagine that it's more than half is the deposit. But I think we need to talk about what we're willing to pay for in bands if we think it's gonna be more than last year.
Typically, you don't give them more than 50%. You don't wanna pay your band off before they come.
Right,
So
that's
you
what I-
definitely, so you're looking at, if you say 2,000, we're looking at $4,000 budget. Doesn't mean that we can't come back and ask for more, but that gives us.
That's fine.
But then I wouldn't necessarily wanna, without conversation or a vote, hire a
Agreed.
band that's $4,000 and then, you
100%.
know, yeah, so I make a motion that we
Yeah.
start a budget or do $2,000 to allow for,
Summer.
Securing-
summer-
yeah,
Summer campaign.
yeah,
And John supported it.
Yeah.
All in favor?
I-
Anyone opposed? Okay,
Now, getting back to the other, anybody else from here would like to be on the committee? I know. Okay. We're good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 from the DDA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the LBCA. I think we're good, and we'll go with Amanda's idea of getting with the Legion and see if somebody from out there would like to be on it too.
so basically the only other subdivision is just for the city to say, yeah, you can put it down there, which shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
And then maybe setting up a budget. at the
yeah,
end of
I would love to
January.
see us do a whole budget
Right.
instead of,
Agreed.
cause you know, we were building and
Right.
buying
It was
and
put together
building
so
and
quickly.
buying.
I agree.
We need like a record of how you did it and what
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
Because if some, this degrades down to half the remaining people, you have an idea of those things.
It went off pretty good for,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Throwing
think
dark-
that.
dark-
Oh, yeah,
We didn't even know we weren't gonna have alcohol.
right,
I mean.
so, pretty good,
Right.
a month
but now you gotta get some groundwork, so.
Right.
Now just
Mhm.
try to put that together and. I don't see any reason that the DDA can't. Be involved with it money wise, financial wise, because it's still for downtown district. And it's in our district, it's being held in the district, so there shouldn't be an issue. If someone was to say, hey. No. You're still promoting Langsford and the district, so should be good.
So we're gonna have music in the park on Thursday, and so we'll have the Thursday at the amphitheater. How do we go about getting, if we could have that liquor? To include the amphitheater,
Starting on just that Thursday, or you want it to be everything?
I would like everything.
I just have to put in a new amend what we have
Okay.
with the liquor control.
Oh, for being able to go with that.
The
distance,
social district, to be
so
social
To make the social district that. Yeah. They still, you still can't bring your own, you have to purchase it in the district.
But you could have like one of those cider trucks or like like that kind of thing over there. Where they put that trailer and it has all those spigots or whatever, and then everyone could drink and be legal, right? Then you could invite that kind of thing in,
I don't know,
couldn't you?
I don't,
I think that's what I saw in DeWitt. They have like trailers that come into their
yeah,
downtown deal and set up. And you get this glass, it's like a collector's glass.
yeah, I don't know if it's part of the
So like
social.
those
district.
go-
Oh,
Yeah.
And then eat dinner and then just wander up with
And
their
walk
drink
up
is
with
what
a
I'm
bag.
hoping.
I'm just thinking about refills.
To me, any way you can do it that brings people into the town, that's the way I look at it.
Cause, I would assume
You
a
know,
lot of people after.
But as
missing-
far as that,
Oh,
well, we'd have to check with liquor to see what kind of license you need for that.
very cool.
Because if I'm correct, we had to go out and get our own glasses, which obviously the DDA, but so I don't know how they would do that there.
Yeah, I don't know, right at the,
You have to do
Dollars
some-
and-
yeah,
cause I know there's all kinds of, just like the beer tent, we could have a beer tent,
Mhm.
and we can the social district at the same time.
Yeah, we need to
crazy
talk about
rules.
both of these.
It'd be cool if we could bring down a
They're
slushie
both
machine.
open.
I think we could-
Yeah, absolutely, that's my picture.
Could get a shot, take it out there, there's a slushie,
Oh, no.
cost you $2 for the
Just
slushie,
something like
$2,
before and
Something right there, that's.
two
mobile.
different bills,
Oh,
two different incomes. We never paid, that's what I'm saying.
I'll have to look at this, cause I mean. It's not what I thought.
City sound system.
So I reached out because Winterfest is coming up and last year we had problems with the sound system and we ended up having a person there that was singing and we ended up using their sound system, but it wasn't hooked up to all the speakers. So I reached out to the Halloween person that I announced and she said the last 3 years she has not been able to announce over the PA system. I know it stopped this time. They started and then it stopped and she didn't get through. So I just don't know if this is something that we should consider looking into. I know we can play music on it, but the sound system with the microphone just doesn't. It gives out. It's just, it's been a problem all 3 years for us. It's been a problem for the Halloween. It would be nice to have a system that worked. So that, I mean, the Halloween thing is so cute when the kids come through and they wave and the teachers are announced and stuff like that. And the parades.
What did they use? They used it at pancake breakfast. They used this, didn't they?
Well, the one year that it was just completely broken, now running, but then they got it running. And then Halloween happened and you have to stay really close to. the library. You can't walk around, can't walk out.
When we set it up, it's all Wi-Fi. Go far away from the building and they stepped away so that.
Cause it was going in and out, you could hear it going in and out. And I'm sure it was the Wi-Fi.
So we had an opportunity to have an announcer come, Hondo Carpenter, and I didn't want him to come and have the issue because he had the issue with the microphone 2 years ago. And it just is, you know, it's cold. When Winterfest goes through there, sometimes it's cold on Halloween. I'm just saying it's not working for the parades.
Did the company who sold that to us still in business?
No.
Oh, gotcha. Because we invested a boatload of money into those speakers and system was what I consider was a boatload. It's like, it was over 20 grand.
Yeah.
And that was like 2011.
11. Like
It was not that
14.
long ago.
No, well, but
No.
for that price, I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's high.
The company that fixed it the last time for us was Mercury Records out of Detroit. And they said an upgraded system equivalent to that one right now would be about 65,000 to 75,000.
Well, I know we're gonna use Greg's. And to announce the thing, and I mean, if we could get something that at least was bigger that we could use that maybe didn't go over the speakers would be helpful, I guess. Cause some of the stuff you can get is definitely not that much. That's expensive.
And the way that you run the music through that is hardware or not?
yeah,
What, music?
yeah,
Is controlled through the iPad.
yeah, we have an iPad that.
We have a Pandora box with the iPad.
But the two don't, like, the sound system that you use for the mic is different than what we use for the music. The same speakers, but
Yeah.
they're two different things,
If you're within range, when you turn the mic on, it overrides
the music.
But you have to be within range.
Yeah,
And the range
you
is-
know,
In the library.
yeah.
Right, right out.
Well, I don't know if it's because because the library has WOW
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
it's probably
that's
why.
Daystar, you know, whether they just have a weaker, you know, internet, if that's.
So I wonder,
it,
could you
or-
get a booster, some kind of internet booster and see if that helped? I don't know.
I have no idea if they heard that. I don't, I mean, I,
You gotta have someone who knows all that stuff and
well, the guy who did the music, well, they brought it from the library down to here. That's what
Right.
they did. City paid for it. So we could play the music down, you know, control the music here. They were the ones who did it. I don't know if we could call them and see if.
I'll tell you what,
Figure out,
the-
or at least quote it.
I just worked with a guy at the church with that sound system and that stuff. Maybe it'd be worth at least him to look at. It might cost us a hundred, a couple $100, whatever. I mean, a couple $100 to have him look it over, but in that circumstance, he ended up getting wireless mics so that they all work and once we unplugged all the garbage that was there that was all plugged in and wires running every which way and got rid of all that. He ended up saying the system that's there will support all of these wireless mics just fine and work fine. So we ended up buying wireless mics and just using them and got rid of all the wiring, which was a lot better. I have no idea. I don't know nothing about it much, but he could at least, that's what he does.
I'd like to investigate it.
Yeah, we can
it's-
at least
Yeah.
investigate. I'm not interested. I wouldn't be interested, in my opinion, spending not 60, not any more money on it much. But it is there and it's available to use. And if it was only, $1,000 to get it so that it worked properly with a mic,
Mhm.
not just for music, then I'd be for it to work.
Why don't we approve a certain amount to?
How about a couple $100? And I'll talk to Steve and have him come and look at it,
Yeah,
and he can give us his suggestions or tell us about what it might cost. And if it's astronomical, then it's maybe off the books, and if it's not, then maybe it's possible.
And you
I'll
think
make a
$200
motion.
for $250, $250. I'll make a motion for $250 for a consult on the city sound system.
second.
All in favor?
Okay.
Can he get it done maybe so we can have it for winter?
I've got to talk to him. Actually, he's bringing me 2 more mics for down there, so I'll be talking to him in a real near future. In a couple of weeks, and
When's?
if he's here during the day, I'll bring him up and maybe have him come take a look.
Saturday.
Okay.
We've already got his plan, so it doesn't work out.
Oh, okay.
Before we go to the last two, can we talk about these two bills?
Yep.
Okay. So, couple bills. We have, hometown decoration and display. The bill's actually 1,700 and we have 1675 in our budget, so we just need to approve the 1,700.
So. Second.
All in favor?
I,
Anyone opposed?
And then the next one, trying to understand this, now it looks like our auditing bill. Is
Yes,
this the
It
auditor?
is. We
Okay,
just got the bill today, so I thought
Yeah.
I'd get it in there.
so it looks like the auditing bill went up. But it was an increase of a total bill of $675, but it's
Yeah.
split.
We just did the percentage of what it went up for us. We just did the same
Percent for us.
percentage, yeah.
Okay, and this says up 75, but that's higher than what our audit, so we have 1,000 in our audit. And
Last
this,
year it was 1,075, I believe.
I'm not sure, I usually make it the same, but I don't, either way, they're proposing that we pay $11.50.
So an extra 150.
Yep. Over what we have on the,
So in your budget next year, you need to make that,
You spend 12.
yeah, 12, 1,500.
yeah, I usually make it at least the same as what it was the year before, I don't know why this isn't, but.
Our first audit, I know for a fact, was $100.
This, I don't know.
We already did that. We did an RFP because they went up considerably, so we got a new one and they went back down to what we were. looking
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
it's nice.
This is actually.
Do you want a motion to increase the budget amount or motion to pay the bill? Probably increase the budget, so you can
Increase the
have reference.
budget, yeah.
Okay, motion to add $150 to the 25-26 budget.
support.
Motion support, all in favor? Anyone opposed? Yeah, so when you make your new budget, just put maybe a $1,500 thing in the
Hope
budget.
it doesn't-
Oh, okay, but over the next 30 years, it might.
Yeah. All right.
John is leaving.
Honestly,
We need a motion to say, just to
Say goodbye.
say goodbye to John.
I'll make the motion to accept John's resignation.
Support.
All in favor? Anyone opposed?
That's your turn.
Now it's my turn. I am also resigning. The park, I will help put the rest of the park together in the spring and put the pieces out and so on and so forth. And hopefully they get that line buried because I still see that's not. But it looks like the grass is really good. There is one more bill that should be coming and I called him again and Dan Woodbury
Oh, geez.
hasn't billed us yet.
The next
So there
budget
is
year.
one outstanding
Get over.
bill, unless he maybe donates some, which I doubt he would, but
It'll catch up eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's still left and that should be it. I did make a list of people who helped on the project that all donated their time and effort, and I think that they need to be, yeah. So she's gonna put something out for that. And other than that, I should be,
How many people did you have? Lucky?
I think that list is about 13, 12 or 13, maybe a few more than that, because I have the city as one. The city workers, and there was probably 3 or 4 of them, so. Probably a total, because I have the boys, like my grandson was down there working, and then Casey's 2 little boys were there were working. It might have been 18.
How many people were down there that didn't get paid for anything?
Pretty much all.
Okay.
I mean, Beeline, his boy was there working and he charged us, I think it was 750 or 650 to pump the concrete. But he donated half of that probably again, that he didn't charge. And I said, listen, you weren't part of this deal at all. It has nothing to do. He said, nope, if you're here doing it, it's $650. Which it should have been probably about 1,800 if he was normal rate. And I said, well, I'll make sure that your name gets put out or whatever. And he said, doesn't matter, that's what I'll do. So he did. And like Dan, maybe he's gonna donate a little bit. Boyd donated his services and Scott worked down there at Shaw. And Boyd didn't take anything for fuel or anything. So Kurt worked quite a bit down there.
Is there any way maybe we could think of something that we could do for them, like a gift card or something to give to all of them, or do you think it would be?
We paid, I paid or bought their lunches and stuff, and then we bought dinner and those few beers or whatever. And I got paid back for it, so, and they weren't interested in
Okay.
receiving anything, so everybody's. Just to see it be done and built is good, and I think it turned out pretty good anyway. Yeah. Once the pieces are all out there, it'll look even better, of course. So we decided to just wait until spring to be, so. The next thing, we did one more bag of whatever you call it. So there's another set of those pads for that to be able to buy that other game. And then she's working on the shuffleboard, what we're gonna do to try to make that work. Whether it be stenciled,
And the shed
painted,
went on
whatever.
sale, so
Okay.
I'm waiting for Black Friday and maybe go down.
But that should be good.
You looking for a motion?
Motion.
I'll make the motion to accept your resignation on the condition of all this.
I'll support.
All in favor?
No.
Too bad. 35 or 36 or whatever it was, good enough. I'll still be around though. I don't mind getting involved. I'll come help. I just won't be on this side. I'll be out there and if there's something that I can help do. I mean, I'm not moving away, so. And it's my town too, so. If we can make it better in any way, shape or form, I'll help try to do it. I am getting older now.
Time to rein in the sun.
Yeah, so it's time for letting the next person step up. That's a little younger like I was back then. And they can take over.
Don't you hate saying we're at the age to retire?
I'll retire. I don't know if I'll ever do that,
Mm.
but just, it takes a lot longer to do stuff now.
Yeah.
I think I can get it done a lot faster than I just can. So, this is what it is. Anything else? Anybody got anything else?
I do. I forgot to put on, the gentleman that wants to do the signs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna paint totally forgot about this. He offered to come out and actually look at the signs and be able to tell us exactly what it would cost. Cause he just looked at the picture and gave us kind of, he had a big estimate, it was like $3,000 to $6,000. And he said for $250 that he could come out here and give us the exact price.
And this is the one that's painting, repainting, not the.
Yeah, it's the one that would be doing all the woodwork and. He's got a guy, he says is. Pretty much the dying breed and he's really good. I mean,
With the
I
gold
saw you got
flake
all
or
the-
whatever,
yeah.
like, yeah, that's cool. I'll make the motion to approve the 250
A second.
for the painting guy.
All in favor?
Alright.
Wonderful. I think those signs should be safe.
I agree.
I mean, they are sweet. And they were expensive back then, but they were super cool.
He was very impressed with signs and so was the guy he had done it, was like, he said.
You're not
Get
gonna,
rid of them.
yeah.
Bring them inside and save them forever, cause they just don't make.
you're not gonna get another set of them.
Well, when they redo them, is there any way they could put like a big piece of plexiglass over the top? That would preserve it even longer, or is that something that would just?
I don't know about that, but he did say the paint is way better now, it's
I
unresistant.
think they don't do that for that reason, is that it bakes it.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
Worse
think
with
about
the
that,
sun.
sun coming directly on it, yep,
It's like a screen door.
Yep.
It literally gets
I
too
drive down
hot
the car.
and it causes more problems.
Yeah, like maybe there's some way to seal them though.
he said that the paint
The
that they
paint.
use now is like way better than.
Oh.
It's, it's sun resistant, it doesn't fade.
And he's gonna do the post too.
He's gonna come out and see if they need to be replaced, which, sure, and then he'll give us that.
Okay, anything else?
What's going on where Sage Market was at? Are they just fixing the building up to sell it?
Emptying it. Nothing else. Had lots of inquiries.
Our friend Roland-
About moving in there, you mean? Or about just what's going on?
Like he literally said, what's going on? What's that?
It'd be a cool city office, library, senior center. I was like, drive by it and think this would be a really neat little spot. It was all in one spot, right on the corner, it'd be sweet. I did hear a little rumor though, that the owner said something, someone is looking at it. So maybe,
Yeah.
maybe there'll be something. It's all hearsay, but.
In the other dollar store or whatever.
Someone was looking at that.
Nothing. Well,
But-
good.
No, they did not heard anything. So. Yeah.
We told Rose warning lines down there.
Not close enough to the highway.
Yeah, I don't know if you want.
Information,
tonight, or you-
contact that person on the sound system, or you're gonna do it.
I did rope it.
I'll bring him down here, cause he's gonna bring in his bikes or whatever, and I'll just bring him down here and let him look at the system, so.
I don't.
Supposed to know City Hall is here, whatever we gotta do.
Yeah, Mark, when the line's been first opened, the path was nothing was stretched into his life when they. I think it was like, before you scoot out here. And they go, what's up? From back later, they find out. Would that be nice?